Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angie Talks TV, where you'll see reality TV show reviews, crime stories, and stories on real life experiences. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
About you, bro.
What's that?
You don't really have no friends, do you? I mean, every time I see you, you always on this computer and always in your own bubble. What's the reason why you don't ever hang out with people?
That's because I don't need friends, little bro. Friends are just a big distraction. And it was a big distraction for me. I could never get nothing accomplished because everybody wanted to party or go out or go mess with some girls. Or, it just wasn't for me. And I noticed that I'm happier without friends. You gotta learn to be by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Once you learn how to be by yourself, bro, you go forever be happy. I'm trying to tell you. If you go with that mindset that you need friends all of your life, bro, you're not going to be able to do anything by yourself unless you got your friends around. You're not going to be able to walk because you feel like you need your friends. You ain't going to be comfortable going outside and doing stuff by yourself because you feel like you need friends. You don't need nobody, really. What does the word friend end with? And so friendships don't last forever, bro. So you need to learn how to be by yourself and love yourself. I'm pretty sure you got tons of friends right now in school, right? Yeah, I do got a lot of friends. Yeah. But I'm gonna let you know this. Once you graduate, bro, that's when you gonna really see who's really there for you. I had about 20 friends in high school. Graduation came, years go by, I have no friends. I don't know how. Nobody hits me up, nobody asks me how I'm doing. So, with that being said, nobody was really my friend. You definitely can't trust a lot of friends either, especially in 2024. It's hard to find a real friend in these days and age. So, you have to just block all that friend stuff out, bro. It's cool to have at least one friend. You don't really need much people in your circle. You get that one good friend, you good. But if you can't find a friend at all, don't be tripping, man. Just love yourself. Do things by yourself. It makes you a lot happier. I'm telling you, it makes you a lot happier. Not having to watch on your back or be worried about anybody else but you. So that's why I do not have no friends, and I'm cool with that. Okay, now that's understandable. I see why now.
People know me. So
his jealous friend.
One time I was with my friend. He does stand-up comedy forever. Mm-hmm. And I went to support him because he had a show. Before he was going to do his show, he's like, oh my God, at that time I was a little, people know me a little bit. I had like 20,000 followers or something. Mm-hmm. So a little bit of people know me at that time already. And then he was like, oh my God, coming to the stage, this guy, you know him from Instagram, Mr. Nueva York. Let's see if he's really funny because, yeah.
He called you out.
Yeah. He's like, let's see if he's really funny because anybody can be funny on the internet. Let's see if he's funny live. And he said, even if you don't find him funny, please laugh. Don't make him feel bad. And then at this time, I'm in the middle of eating a chicken wing. And then he's like, Mr. Nueva York, coming to the stage. I'm like, what? When I go up, I did 45 minutes of stand-up comedy.
And you did it off rip, like...
Off the mind. That's it. Like, no, I never written a joke. I never nothing before that time. Never. My boy, who the show was for, he couldn't do his show because I took all the time. I'm like, está bueno que le pasa.
Yeah, but está hablando...
And then from that time, I fell in love with stand-up comedy. So actually, I appreciate him that he did that bullshit. We're not friends no more because he showed his true color there. Like, he showed a little bit of jealousy and a little bit of, animosity. You didn't think I knew that word, animosity.
It's a big word for you, Bobby.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. In this video, you'll hear a young lady tell her story about how her friend set her up. And this video is not to encourage anyone not to have any friends, because there are some great people out there and some people have really good friends. But just remember that people will disappoint you. They can and they will disappoint you. So be careful of those red flags. Okay, let's go ahead and find out how this lady's friend set her up. But before we get started, be sure to head on over to her page at the end of the video and give her a follow. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, so I wasn't expecting everyone to want a story time, but I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So this is the story time of how my best friend set me up. So the first key point that I want to make is we're no longer friends. So I definitely do agree with you guys in the comments. But it's one key point I need to make before I get into the story. So basically this was my friend for a while. Basically she came up to me one day basically saying, how she was in a financial bind or whatever, and her baby daddy cousin, he does fake wreck. She was like, he can hit you, I can get in a car with you, you can get free money out of it. And then I basically won't be in a financial bind anymore. So I basically told her, like, no, I love my car. You know, that's not something I'm interested in doing right now. Okay, so let's jump into the story. So this happened on my son's birthday, which was January the 29th of 2020. I decided to have a little small party with family and friends to come over. So at 4:30, everyone was supposed to come over. The day before, she suggested that she would watch my daughter, which this is something she always does, so it wasn't out of the ordinary. She basically said, I'll watch her while you guys get everything done for the party. So she had my daughter. She was like, they'll get drop off. So 4:30 came, everyone started coming over. And she basically said they'll get drop off over there. It got close to 5. I messaged her and said, are you guys still coming? She didn't respond back then. She waited till about 5:30. She texted me and said, could you please come and get Dream? That's my daughter. She was like, I don't have anything to eat over here for her. She's crying and I no longer have a ride because my baby daddy took my car. So I automatically left the party with family and friends at the house. And I went over there. So as soon as I got over there, she came and brought my daughter inside the car, put her bag and everything. And she was like, I can't make it to the party. I'm not feeling good. Or whatever. I said, okay, that's fine. So I left. So as soon as I left her house, I wasn't even driving for 2 minutes. A car came racing out of a yard to come and hit me. I tried to turn off, but they still end up clashing into me, and then me and my daughter end up flipping over. So we flipped over in slow motion. So I blacked out. When I woke back up, I was like, oh, my daughter. So I got my daughter. She was fine because she was fully scrapped up. And then I'm looking for my phone because at that time we're facing down. So while I'm looking for my phone, the person who hit me, I hear them outside of their car busting their windows or whatever. And we're still in the car. We're stuck in the car because we're flipped over or whatever. So after that, I finally found my phone, go to try to call her. Before I can call her, her baby daddy is on top of my Jeep telling me I'm about to kick the window in and drop in with y'all. So he dropped in. As soon as he dropped in, the police came. He was like, say I was in the car with you. Say I was in the car with you. Okay, so let me jump right into it so I can finish this be the last video. So like I was saying, he was like, say I was in the car. I was like, what? After that, the police was basically trying to get us out the car because on the Jeep Wrangler, hood comes off. So I was trying to do that. But of course we was up to the stop sign. So it took them a while for us to get out the car. The ambulance and everything had already arrived. The other person who hit me or whatever, they were already going in the ambulance, and their car was in the process of getting towed or whatever. So they was rushing to the hospital. So after we finally got out, me and my daughter went in the ambulance or whatever for us to get checked because blood was all over her. Blood was over me as well. Later come to find out it was actually his blood for busting a window, jumping in the car. So after that, my mom came or whatever, my mom and my sister, and my mom was like, you set this up. Like, that's what she was telling my friend or whatever. So she walked back to her house or whatever. I didn't even say anything to her at that particular time because, you know, I was focusing on me and my daughter. So fast forward. So we got to the hospital. My mom, my daughter was crying, so my mom started looking through her bag. She rushed me over there because she said she didn't have anything to eat for my daughter. So while my mom is checking my daughter's bag, everything is in there. The milk, the food, every single thing, all the snacks I sent for her is in there. But she rushed me saying my daughter was crying because she didn't have anything to eat over there. Okay, so that's key point number 1. So after that, we checked out of the ambulance. We got back home probably about 5. I didn't hear anything from her for the rest of that night. So the next day, she texted me and was like, I'm glad you guys are okay. Why would your mom feel like I set this up? I was crying last night because, you know, I would never do anything like that. And then after that, I just didn't text back. After that, she texted and was like, are you going to say that he was in the wreck? Talking about her baby daddy. So I was like, no, I'm not saying that he was in the wreck because he wasn't in the wreck or whatever. So after that, she ain't text back, message back or anything like that. After this, I had a family member that was at an actual card game and they was talking about the actual wreck, and they was actually saying that her baby daddy and the person that hit me, his wife was actually talking about how they set up the car accidents or whatever for all of them to get money. So of course, once I found that out, my mom was heated. I was heated. So she was like, let's go to her house. So we went to her house, of course, to, you know, talk about it, fight about it, whatever, because this is something serious with me and my daughter. She called the police on us. Hey, you guys, I want to ask you questions about part 3. Wanted to start off with the comments about me saying and basically. Just to clarify that, I was saying and basically because I was a little nervous about talking about the situation. It was funny to me how it was to some others. I didn't notice until after the fact. There were also some negative comments saying I'm ignorant, annoying, and stuff like that. I just wanted to clarify that. So definitely not ignorant. Have an associate's degree. I have a bachelor's degree. Also took the LSAT for law school, passed that, so I'm headed to law school. My goals in life is to be a lawyer and a judge. Just to get that out the way. I still may say in this video. It's just a habit and I'm working on that. So next, I want to go ahead and jump into the information about the accident. The next day I called Geico to, of course, report the accident. And surprisingly, he had already called before me. So they already knew about the accident. He had already made his statement and everything. I also called Allstate. If anyone knows about Allstate, they're a shitty company and they don't want to pay. I did do a statement with them, which I should have waited on my lawyer. But I did a statement with them. The information they provided to me is he was saying that he was not at fault. So they weren't going to pay for me and my daughter injuries. They weren't going to pay for a rental. They were not going to pay for any motherfucking thing. So I had to get a lawyer for that. The next question was my Jeep totaled. Yes, it was totaled. I was very devastated about that. My man actually got me another Jeep 3 days later. This was before we got anything from the insurance, because it took quite a while for that. The next question was, did she get her ass beat? Of course, the day we went over there and she called the police, he told us that we can no longer come over there. If we was to go back over there, we would go to jail. So, of course, I couldn't beat her ass at that time. 2 months later, me and my friends were at a club. We saw her there, and that's where she got her ass beat, of course. Okay, so one of the questions was, did any of them get locked up? The person who actually hit me, he actually got locked up and went to jail for insurance fraud, not just for that accident, but for several others. Another question was, what happened to her baby daddy? He didn't go to jail, but my man definitely handled him, of course. The next question was, did the family member record it? She didn't get a chance to record it. She didn't realize they were talking about it until she heard Jeep Wrangler and where. Another question was, did any of them get paid? No, they did not get paid. Me and my daughter, we did get paid, which was several months later because we had to get a lawyer. My insurance company, Geico, they had to cover the rental and the total loss of my car. And of course, they went back to get their money from Allstate. I hope I answered all of you guys' questions. If you do have anything else, just let me know. Thank you for your support.
Okay, and that's pretty much the end of the video. You know, it's sad that she had to go through that to see her friend for who she really is. Listen, I don't condone violence, but when it comes to the kiddos, hey, she did what she felt she had to do. I know a lot of you have seen both male and female that have been unalive in situations due to people they call their friends. You know, so we just got to be careful about who we allow in our spaces, and those that are in our spaces, just be careful of how much you trust them. I'm glad this young lady and her daughter made it out okay. Drop down in the comments and let me know how you would have handled this situation. I mean, good Lord, the child involved, that's a whole nother ball game. But let me know what you think. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.